Hello, so just for context, you might have seen it. I was on a wonderful vacation. We were gone for 12 days and I just got back to the office. Uh, my office, of course, has a guitar in it. And like so often after a vacation, I just sit down and kind of refocus and trying to get clarity on what it really is that I'm doing. And this is true for my music career, this is true for TGT, for guitar teaching as well. It's just a valuable practice to try to get focus on what's important in your life. So I just wrote an outline that I want to share with you because I think it's going to be very valuable. And you have to remember that this outline is based on thousands of conversations with guitar players. It's informed by their situations and it might be very close to the guitar situation that you are in. So I just want to show it to you here. So if you look here, this is the current situation that's where we are right now. And this is where the goal is. And you know, for the TGT outline, that would be to finish the TGT certificate. But for the average guitar player, the current situation often looks like you hit a plateau level, you don't feel confident about your playing, you feel like you have no structure to follow, and you feel like some of your foundations are missing, but you're just not sure what they are and what to do about it. Yeah. And then the goal, very often from all the conversations that I'm having, you know, probably the first one is to feel confident when you're playing, to feel competent, to have choices, especially when you're improvising, to be a well-rounded guitarist that's able to play in many situations. And this is also a very important one, to be able to play what you hear and what you feel at the same time. Many people I talk to name as a goal to be able to improvise with freedom, not feel like you're stuck or you're playing in boxes, but really play what you hear again. So how do we get from here to here? That's the big question. And when you're just working on your own, this can mean to go just from one YouTube video to the next one or one guitar course to the next and never really get the full picture of what it really takes to go from A to B. So you end up with all these puzzle pieces that are sometimes conflicting in information and contradicting themselves. And you also don't have a plan of implementation of what to do with that knowledge. Does that resonate with you? Because that is what a lot of people are telling me what the problem is. So, you know, when I came up with the TGT, Total Guitar Transformation concept, one of my baselines was to just focus on action and implementation. And instead of focusing or trying to learn bigger topics, to just complete simple tasks. That's the bottom line of the TGT concept. And if you don't have to think about what the tasks are that you need to do, but you know, somebody just hands them to you, like do this, do this, do this, kind of like following a recipe, yeah? Then that takes a lot of strain out of your process where you should just be focusing on playing. Suddenly you can do that. Yeah, you don't have to come up with a plan. That should not be your job, really. Yeah, and that's the problem of many self-studied guitarists, I find. So let's have another look here. So just to show you my outline here, before we can even thinking about reaching the goal, we need to get a clarity on where you actually are with your current skills and see what foundations you might be missing. Yeah? Because foundations are everything. No matter what style you play or what your goals are, as a guitarist, you want to know your fretboard. And again, in detail, that can mean different things, but just in short, that's going to be horizontally and vertically. And you want to know about rhythm and subdivisions. Yeah? You want to be able to play any subdivisions in any kind of material. So that's another focus, foundation focus. Then you want to build your vocabulary. Yeah? With that, I mean not only being able to play songs, but really develop a muscle memory, vocabulary of phrases and licks that are just in your muscle memory, kind of like speaking a language. You're just able to use them whenever needed. They're just there. So then there's very little thinking time. They just come to your mind exactly when you need it, like with a language. And then here we got basic knowledge. With that, I mean some theoretical knowledge, but very hands-on. Yeah, knowing which is the relative major minor key, knowing how to find them on the fretboard, how to play the diatonic chords of each tonality. D major, just to know all these chords that are in D major, for example. Yeah, that's just very hands-on knowledge that you're gonna need. Or let's say we have a blues progression, you just know the 12-bar blues form. That kind of knowledge that is really important for playing. Yeah, I see many guitarists that get sidestruck by knowing way too much and not being able to implement it. Does that resonate? Yes, so let's continue. So to be able to play a Hendrix song flawlessly from top to bottom, that's another milestone that you might think you know that already. But to really be able to do this flawlessly and do this with any song, because my reasoning is, if you can do this with a Hendrix song that are probably a little more complex than your average blues rock song, then you can pretty much do this with any song. Yeah? So you're gonna learn here important analytical skills and understanding what you're doing, writing down a form, yeah? Understanding a form and learning all the little parts and being able to put that into context. That's what a lot of guitarists are not able to do. A lot of guitarists, they just learn bits and pieces and don't learn full songs. If that makes sense. Then here, the next mile marker. We're already now way in. So these are all stepping stones. Yeah? And in TGT, they're all tied to actual tasks that you will be completing. So you will always know where you are and you will always know what to do next. And this really works. I get messages from my students like on a daily basis. Here's just one of them. This is Paul. And he just wrote, just want to touch base with you to tell you how much I'm enjoying the course. To be heading with direction is such a relief. Thanks to you, with much appreciation. And Paul is just I think 6 weeks into the program. Yeah? So this really works. All right. And then after mastering the chordal style, this is already like a big one. Yeah? Most guitarists never get to go there. Once you master that chordal style, you will be hearing it in so many songs, pop songs, not only from guys like John Mayer or John Frusciante or so, but really this chordal style, these double stops, they come in R&B guitar playing or any kind of pop guitar these days. You have those double stops, yeah? Rather than just single note playing. This is such an important part of harmonic melodic guitar playing that so many guitarists just miss out on. If you look at all the modern guitarists that are popular right now, yeah, they're not your typical 80s shredders anymore that just play lightning fast single note solos, but a lot of them, and I'm thinking of guys like, what's the guy from Brazil? I'm just not very good with names, but guys like Josh Smith, also, a great example. They play very melodically and a lot of double stops in there. Huh? Yes, so let's go on. And then we have here the solid blues foundation. This is a foundation that just no guitarist that wants to be well-rounded can skimp on. And I believe that a lot of the blues teachings that are out there, they're done by people that are not really blues guitarists and haven't really spent much time really playing the blues. And I want to assure you that, you know, in my time in Texas, it has really helped me develop my own personal blues style. And I will teach you what works for me and what I've seen for other people work. And there's no abstract teachings in there. I'm just gonna show you how it's done. Yeah. And then here, this process here, it doesn't seem like much. Yeah. Like this seems like pretty steady hands-on steps, right? But this is actually the most important part. This is like the last 10-15% that you just cannot get done by yourself. This is the refinement process that can only be done through giving you targeted tasks. And I'm thinking of areas like phrasing, rhythmical placement, development of motives, touch, all the little things, or even the emotion of your playing. Yeah? All the little things that really matter and is gonna help to make your playing magical. Those little things, they can only be pinpointed by someone with experience, and you can't do that by yourself, if that makes sense. You can't, you know, it needs to be by someone that hears things differently than you. They can already hear the possible end result that you're not getting yet. And that's basically what I'm here for. You know, I'm here to coach you, to give you those targeted tasks, to tell you what you should be doing differently, and to help you refine all these things that you learn. You can learn by yourself, you know, that's not a problem. But to really refine and point out your strengths and your weaknesses and keep kind of molding, or, you know, a better word is to chiseling out your lead guitar style and your playing style with the help of this feedback. Yeah? And this refinement will then eventually help you to finish the TGT certificate and to become a confident, competent, well-rounded guitarist who can play whatever you're hearing and feeling. How does that sound? And how high is this goal on your priority list? If you're someone that has been playing for 10, 20 years and never got to that level that I'm pointing on here, you're still kind of crumbling around here in the beginning because you don't have the plan. If that is you, then let's change this. Or at the very least, I want to give you the tools and the clarity to see what it is that you need to be doing to get from A to B. And this is exactly what this first step here is. Get clarity and get a roadmap. I want to invite 10 more guitarists this month to book an evaluation Zoom call with me or my right hand Bart, where we will evaluate exactly where you are in your playing, and we will help you to put a roadmap together to see how this schedule here relates to your goals and to your skill level. Yeah, because it's going to depend drastically on who you are, how you learn. You know, I won't lie. I mean, this is going to be hard work. You will have to practice. We'll also look at that. We will actually be able to tell you how much that we think you'll have to practice, or you should practice on a daily basis to reach these goals in a certain time frame. Yeah? So if you want to get clarity on your guitar progress and you've been trying all kinds of things, talking to different people, maybe had some teachers, or you're watching YouTube videos, you have all these courses, but nothing has really seemed to work for you, then put hashtag clarity below in the comments. And more importantly, send me a message immediately, also with that hashtag clarity, so that I know that you saw this video and that you want to get started on this. This is a great time to do it. It's just, the summer is about to end. Many people coming back from vacation. This is a great time to get started with new habits. And so I want to help 10 people to accomplish this month. If you've been waiting to get started and take massive action to get better on guitar, then this is your chance. Post the hashtag clarity below, and you and me are gonna have a chat. Sounds good? Keep rocking. Have a great week, and I can't wait to talk to you.